What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Waxbacks and Warning Tracks. It's Mojobreak's Baseball Card Podcast. Bubba and Cody here with you today. Today, we are looking at a Tampa Bay Rays superstar who is taking the sport by storm, who is making history, and I specifically want to get into why I think he might actually be underrated among fans and specifically with collectors. We'll talk about that. Plus, MLB Futures Game rosters were announced. A lot of stuff to get into. But before we go any further, make sure to find us over on eBay Live. That is where we're ripping every day of the week, or close to every day of the week, whether it's sports or TCG, we're ripping it all. We've had Marvel breaks on there with the brand new Topps Chrome Marvel Comics release, plus tons of hockey every single day. Hockey is on fire right now, especially here in the Bay Area. Huge draft and a so-so start to free agency for the San Jose Sharks. I can't say that I'm the number one most, I don't know puck as well as some other folks here. So when I saw some of the moves, I kind of was like, those are some names I know. But then when I delved in further, I found out that, the trade for Darnell Nurse probably not great. But, they needed bodies and they had money to burn. They need vets. Right?
Yeah. We've been saying surround those young guys with some vets. And, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they have the core, and
more moves to be made. I'm sure too, so.
More moves to be made.
Yeah.
So, everyone calm down. Everything's fine. It'll be all right. They're going to be a much better team than they were a year ago. And they were pretty good last year. So that concludes Hockey Talk here on Waxbacks and Morning Tracks. But, of course, go to eBay Live. Again, Hockey Breaks. We do single streams every single Thursday. All the Pokemon, all the TCG as well. Make sure to go over there. Find us. Plus, we're ripping off Fanatics Live, whatnot, YouTube. You know the drill. Got a bunch of stuff coming out next week, including Topps Finest Baseball. You know what? We can start talking about that because have you seen the RPA design?
Dude.
I'm in love with it.
It is so sweet.
It's so nice.
Yes. It's like, it's clean. Like it has like, I like the little border thing they got going on here. And then the cutout for the RPAs is very special. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love Finest every year. It's something I buy for myself every year. It's like a we have the All-Star game coming up. It's kind of like an all-star team for the 2026 top releases thus far. So you get a nice little taste of, it's like a usually 100 player vet checklist usually, and a lot of rookies too.
Yeah.
A good place to hit your rookie autos. Everything on card too, I believe. All the single autos going to be on card. Maybe the RPAs are sticker.
Yeah, some of the mock-ups I saw looked like there were those were stickers.
Similar to Inception.
Yeah.
Where a patch auto might be sticker, but
man, I just loved that design. I know they always kind of lean into the retro vibes, but I do feel like the last few years, especially as they brought the NBA back, NFL as well, they've really leaned into the 90s vibes and the 90s Finest design. Finest, very much a 90s nostalgia product. So you're looking for a ton of those inserts. I will throw it out there, and I'm probably going to make a video about this. I did one for Bowman where I kind of was like rating the inserts on a scale of 1 to 5. Nightmare Fuel, not a fan.
No, it looks like a flagship insert or something, which nothing against flagship, but it's not a Finest.
It's
deal.
like
it's cool, whatever.
I just feel like go all in on that. Don't just have because one of them is like Shohei Ohtani Nightmare Fuel, and he looks like this.
Yeah, it's just like his player image.
He's got like a half smirk.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not like, look, sure.
His player card image.
Pitching to him is a nightmare, I'm sure. But like when you have the look of Shohei Ohtani with the half smirk, and we know what he's like. He's a fun guy, fun-loving guy who's like brings energy and happiness and joy to the baseball field. That doesn't strike me as nightmare fuel.
Yeah, he has that what's now become, I think, like an iconic postseason face of his after he hits that home run against the Padres to kind of answer back, and he goes like,
yeah,
have that on there.
That's the correction is find them because I'm looking at one of Tarek Skubal. There are so many photos of Tarek Skubal coming off the mound where he's screaming so you can hear him up in the third deck, like that you can use instead of him again with the sort of half smirk. Like the headshot was probably not the way to go. Or do the similar to the alter egos. Do something there where you illustrate it. Maybe make them look like monsters or something. It might have been fun.
Yeah. It's just not good. I don't know. They're SPs, right? So
they are SPs.
They're going to sell. I wouldn't put too much stock in them, though. They're going to be, especially in that release with all the other SPs in there, it's like those are probably going to,
Especially because Aura is in here, which we've seen before, and if it looks like...
It's kind of the same thing.
I was going to say, it just has the same exact layout of just like headshot with large font right below them at the lower third. Like, do something a little different. And I get it. Like, maybe I'm saying, oh, well, you just said do alter egos. But I'm like, I don't know. I think you had it right. I think you hit the nail on the head. Do something where they're like a big reaction and a big moment in a game where they look like they're pumped and the energy level is high and they look kind of freaky and scary coming off the wherever.
Yeah. If you're going to call it Nightmare Fuel, do that. And then, I mean, they could just scrap the idea entirely, but
I mean,
it's whatever.
There's a lot of that with these. It's like throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. If people like it, great, we'll keep it rolling. If not, we'll move on and we'll do something different.
The alter egos though were cool because
those are cool.
Like the players took like a different identity kind of deal. Like Shohei was like a magician.
I love the alter egos. I think those were a huge hit. Kind of in line with like the mangas, same idea. Like same vibe. That I like those. So
alter egos come back to Topps Chrome as well.
Yes, Topps Chrome, alter egos.
That releases in a few weeks.
We are definitely going to talk some Topps Chrome as we get a little closer to release day. Your thoughts on Minions SPs? Not a fan.
No, I'm just not. I saw the Despicable Me. Maybe 1 and 2. I've seen 2 of them. I saw the first one and I saw another one like sometime after. But I mean they're cool, but nah.
Yeah,
I'm not into the Minions. Like I like the Disney collab with the baseball. I think that's cool where you get the Disney characters cool. But it's just not for me. Like I know a lot of people are thrilled about it, so it's all good. Like there's stuff that I have liked that people are like that's lame. Like some people might think that Disney's lame or something. Yeah. I thought like they did the Puppy Pals or whatever. Aaron Judge.
The Paw Patrol ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like again, not for me, but it came in a flagship product.
Yeah.
For awesome, the kids. Awesome for kids to open that. So I get it, but I mean, just full honesty, hot take.
Fair. Not into the Minions. That's fair. Yeah. It's not for us. Like you said, we're not in that, that demographic for Minions.
You have kids.
Yes. And we are 100% seeing the new Minions movie in theaters.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. He loves the Minions. It's not like full obsession of the Minions. My nephew, who was born, I think, right when the second movie came out, that was a full obsession. Like, I think literally one of his very first words was banana because of the Minions.
All right.
So yeah, it's ingrained for sure. There's a generation. It's coming.
Yeah.
They're here. They're speaking the Minions, folks. They love the Minions.
I will stay out of the way.
Yeah. That's not exactly.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. In that lane, it does not involve Minions.
Let's get like a codename Kids Next Door.
Oh man. There's a throwback.
That'd be sick.
I remember that show.
Dude.
It's a good show.
Like ball players like in the treehouse, man.
Powerpuff Girls set. Can we make that happen?
I mean, yeah, all of those a Cartoon Network. I would do like a Cartoon Network X MLB and just did like different shows, different players, different teams.
Who's owning the rights to that? I think that would probably fall under Upper Deck, any Cartoon Network stuff. A Cartoon Network set would be incredible. I feel like there's that's like we've gotten a lot of Disney. We've gotten Nickelodeon with SpongeBob. I think we're missing out on the Cartoon Network stuff. That's untapped potential right there.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
You get like a little Ed, and Eddie or some
sure. Oh, yeah. Get some Dexter's Lab, Superfractors. If it's Upper Deck, give me a Dexter PMG.
Yeah, Dee Dee.
I'm in. That's right. Just couldn't see how that lab. Could do it.
That's awesome.
Let's get back on baseball, and I want to talk about the main topic for today because Junior Caminero's on fire. We were talking about it off air. What is he doing? He just passed Ken Griffey Jr. and Willie Mays as the youngest player ever with a home run in 6 consecutive games. Nolan Arenado also on that list, but Ken Griffey Jr. was 23 when he did it. Willie Mays and Nolan Arenado 24. Junior Caminero is still just 22 years old. A year ago, he hit 45 home runs.
Yep.
And it was kind of like at the end of the year where I think we were both kind of talking about it of like Junior with the quietest 45 home run year I can remember.
He was in the home run derby too.
He's in the Derby. He's back in the Derby this year in Philly in a couple of weeks. He's at 24 home runs as we speak. He's something like, 7 home runs in his last, I don't know how many games. Like
eight in his last 9.
There you go. 8 in his last 9 games.
Including a 3-homer game.
And yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot going right. And he's on a first place team. The Rays are on fire. I do see some incredible stats where they're like, they have a 3-headed monster in the middle of that lineup that it's also no one's really talking about. Yandy Diaz getting back to all-star form. Jonathan Aranda, who had a nice year. He had a nice year last year.
Dude, he's hitting like 298. Call it 300. I mean, that is...
Yeah. In today's game, you might as well be batting 330.
Jonathan Aranda's been steady all year.
Yeah. He's a good ball player.
Chandler Simpson's been good too.
There's just a lot to like. Shane, this is one where I want to say, I in all my fantasy teams, I called this one where I'm like, Shane McClanahan is going to go low in drafts. He's going to fall to like 10th round.
Yeah, people forgot about him.
And I swooped on him in each of my leagues.
Yeah.
Paying off big time. That's
Awesome.
a guy who was starting an all-star game a couple years ago. I think we actually talked about him on this show where I'm like, I bet his stuff's low, and it was low. And lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah, back of the bullpen, Ian Seymour, Kevin Kelly.
They just find guys.
People, like, who are those guys? They're closing out games, and they're like, they should be all-stars. They won't be, but like maybe,
They could be.
Actually, they could be in the American League,
In a very average American
League, it's going to be like the entire Blue Jays roster, the entire Rays roster, and then sprinkle in your fan favorites there from the vote.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Kind of who deserves it at this point.
Right. That is definitely where we are. Like it will be a lot. It will be very Rays heavy. Junior's making it. Yandy will probably make it. You probably get McClanahan there. You might get Nick Martinez in there. I know he's gone down a little bit, but there's a lot of guys who are going to get on there. But Junior for sure will be front and center there. And I did look at his most recent sales before this, thinking, okay, this is probably going to be as high, and it indeed is. We are at the highest peak of the Junior Caminero market as of right now. June 29th, just about a week ago or beginning of this week, PSA 10 First Bowman base auto sold for $1,100, $1,125. That is, as of right now, according to Card Ladder, that is the biggest sale of that card. And there's some other big sales as well. Now, why I really want to talk about him, though, is because a few years ago, there was a Rays infielder that we were all obsessed with. I know we don't like to invoke his name very often, but I feel like we have to for the point I want to make here. Is that I do still think that Junior is slightly underrated. And if you're looking at his cards right now and saying, oh, over $1,000, look at what he's doing. He's having the best moment of his career. Obviously, a time to sell. And usually I feel like with a lot of these guys, we say, yeah, this is the peak. This is the time to sell. For him, I'm absolutely not there because of his age, because he's only 22, because of what he did a year ago when he was only 21, and because Wander Franco, at the same time in his career, February of 2021, I believe he just was about to get called up, or that was kind of the peak of Wander Mania. $6,000 for the same card of his. First Bowman, PSA 10, Prospect Auto.
He who shall not be named.
Yeah, I know, and I named him. Sorry, everybody.
I mean, how refreshing, though, that we get to celebrate Tampa Bay Rays, like card collecting again. In a positive light. So shout out Junior Caminero, and Chandler Simpson and the likes.
Yeah. I will say April of 2022, that same card, $4,000. So it went down, but even it still is dwarfing anything Junior related. Part of that is where the market was for these types of cards.
Yeah. Yes. And the hype around, the former was
He
different.
was the number 1 overall prospect.
It's
in baseball.
different. Yeah, Caminero had hype, but he came up in a rookie class too that was dominated. It was 2024, I believe. So
Yep.
I mean, you got Yamamoto, Paul Skeens, the Jackson 3, as it were, more like a Jackson 2 now. And then there was Caminero, and like Wyatt Langford was even like a better pull at the time.
And Junior too, I remember, because he was in Series 1.
Yeah.
So by the time you got to the year's end, he kind of dwindled, where it was like, we've been pulling Junior all year. It's kind of where Roman Anthony is right now.
Right.
Where we're kind of like forgot about Roman Anthony.
Fatigue.
Yeah. We're like, we got Roman Anthony. Fine, whatever. That's where we were with Junior by the end of that season.
Yeah, and he wasn't a 45 homer guy then.
Right.
So he definitely made his leaps. He had a really nice home run derby showing. And like he trots out there, third base, not the most like, he's not a shortstop or star center fielder or starting pitcher. Like third base, I think a very slept on position. If you ask any baseball fan though, one of the most like respected positions ever, and some of the best ball players ever. You mentioned Nolan Arenado earlier, who he shares company with. Who doesn't love Nolan Arenado? One of the best hitters ever too. Mike Schmidt, one of the best, third base. Like, could Junior Caminero be the closest thing to a Miguel Cabrera that we've seen in a long time from that third base? Like
that might be the comp, which is crazy to say. Now
he needs to get his batting average up a little bit because Miggy was a 5-tool hitter.
And this year is going a long way towards that. He's currently at 293, a 383 on base percentage. So
yeah, he's hit like 500 over his last 2 weeks. So like maybe there's some regression a little bit, or maybe he's just like finally coming out of his shell. He has braces on, y'all. Like this is a kid.
Yeah.
He's 22 years old with like. This is like playing in Tampa Bay, small market.
Got called up at 19.
First place. Yeah, got called up at 19, which is like this Bryce Harper, like Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, like even that's like short company. He's on my fantasy team, so I've been really loving this last 9-game stretch. I think the Miggy comp is fair in terms of like production.
Mm-hmm.
And look, how about that? Miggy was playing down there it was the Florida Marlins, but it's kind of fun to have them, the juxtaposition of the two. I'm trying to think also, where does he fit in, because the Rays are in first place. Where does Junior Caminero fit in the American League MVP race?
He's right in the thick of it at this point. I think Jordan is going to is right now kind of running away with it, especially given that the Astros are kind of back in it.
Yeah, I mean they're.
And of course, again, we talked about it. The American League is very, very mediocre right now.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. But right now it feels like Jordan's to lose. Although that can change, especially
quick.
If Tampa continues to be the best team in the league. Right now, Jordan, the only qualified player in Major League Baseball with an OPS over 1,000. There's that. Junior's number 3. He's number 3 right now in that same category. So if that if that gap closes and Junior and the Rays are the number 1 team in the league, you might be looking at the MVP favorite at 22 years old, and then that puts him in even more exclusive company of youngest MVPs of all time, which of course, I'm now Googling this on the fly.
I want to guess. I'm going to guess. God, how old was Cody Bellinger when he won? Was he like 24 in 2019?
Here you go. Here's the list of MVPs at 22 or younger: Stan Musial, Johnny Bench, Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, and shout out to the late, great Vida Blue, who won it at 21 years old.
Cool.
That is a hell of a list. Cody Bellinger was 23.
23.
But that is a list of Hall of Famers. And look, Vida was also a dude for quite a while. That guy was a great pitcher. That's a pretty exclusive list if Junior makes that list. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're just talking even just position players, every position player I just named is either a Hall of Fame or going to go to the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, like when we fast forward 15, 20 years, it's like, who are the greats of this generation? It's like the guys that did that, like that share that company with the Harpers, the Trouts, the Cal Ripken Juniors. Iron Man, dude,
Isn't that crazy?
That's how about most unbreakable record in MLB?
It's got to be that.
It's got to be that.
It's
right?
it's 100% that. That will never be broken. Because you do 155 games in a year and everyone goes, and that's like, yeah, great. That durable. That's most like there's so few guys who are even getting 100 full 162, almost none.
It's like Vladdy, Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman, and they're not even a tenth of the way there. It's like they're
not even close. Not even close.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible. So, gosh, it's the more I'm talking about Junior Caminero, the more I am convincing myself, yes, he is, I think, like, even at the price that I just put up there for his PSA 10 first Bowman auto, I will still say I think he's underrated. And I think that there's a ton of room for growth. And don't let an idiot from a few years ago who shared the same uniform and had the hype sour you on Junior Caminero. And I don't know if that's happening. But I have to think it's at least a slight factor.
I think that's impacted prospecting and rookie buying
in general.
Yeah. And maybe as it should, in terms of we're all like
understanding that the off-field human element is a thing, and it's a factor that has to be considered.
Yeah, and like, not that I don't think if like someone thinks that there's like a huge opportunity with, going all in on a prospect and rooting for him, and like that's like the joy of collecting too, right? Is rooting for your collection and for players and investments, but yeah, maybe there's like a little bit of like, even if people want to admit it, or maybe if people don't even really think about it, like off the top of their head, if you were to pose the question, like there's got to be some sort of back of the head, back of the mind, like, well, what if this happened, or what if this happened?
Right.
And not that like every athlete that's had controversy, it's the same controversy, but like, not like, yeah, like holy, like unfortunately, there's like, we hear of something new, like every other year, there's like something like pretty terrible happening with people. And it's like, they're people,
right? There's PED suspensions too that always throws a loop. I mean, I think about like Noel V. Marte, who he was a big hotshot prospect, and then the moment you hear about he got busted, it's like, well, there it goes.
Came back,
yeah, but it will never get to that same level.
No, and
Fernando Tatis, kind of the same point. He's had a bounce back,
yeah,
but it's never going to be the level it was in 2020, 2021.
Yeah, and he correct, and which is fair to him, and then also which is like separately fair to him. But I think if you were to ask like today's card collectors, like the average card collector, what's the like worst thing going for Tatis's market? It's his like horrible year he's having this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's interesting though. Yeah. Is he a Hall of Famer, right? Does that impact his Hall of Fame trajectory?
Right. I don't think he's on that path anymore. I think that's pretty much done for him.
Right.
But for Junior, can I toss this out? Because you mentioned Miguel Cabrera, and it kind of felt like a shock of like, well, I guess that comp kind of works.
I just try to think of someone at third base. I know Miggy moved to DH and first base later in his career, but as maybe many do. But like, I just try to think of someone that was a young star.
Yeah.
And at that position, Miggy came to mind. I don't know his numbers.
Well, let me throw this at you, and you're going to be patting yourself on the back after this. So this is an unfinished season for Junior Caminero, but in 237 games so far, 7.8 WAR. 237 games between last year and this year, his age 21 and 22 season. 7.8 WAR in 237 games. 40 doubles, 69 home runs, 164 RBIs, 274 average, 880 OPS, 140 OPS plus.
Wow.
Miguel Cabrera, his age 21 and 22 seasons. You want to talk about a guy who's durable. 160 games and 158 games. 8.6 WAR. Junior's basically on track for that, if not better. Where was I? 74 doubles. That's a lot more doubles. But still, there's going to be more. 66 home runs. Junior's already outpaced him.
Yep.
228 RBIs. That's a lot of ribbies. A lot of ribeyes. He was eating. 308 batting average. Better batting average. Same OPS plus, 140. 913 OPS. So is Miggy slightly better? Yes. But not, but slightly. Put in bold letters. Slightly. Junior's pretty close.
And it depends who you ask. If it during Miggy's era, when he went during his 21 and 22 age season, if you had those two stat lines, you take Miggy because batting average and durability was way more valuable.
Yep.
Today's game, you can kind of manufacture runs in a different way, i.e., hit it over the fence. And you ask a modern fan, you put those two stat lines together, like, I'll take the homers all day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the OPS plus is in there to kind of like mitigate the blurriness or the gray area of it all, and they're identical.
Ballpark factors, era, all that. Yeah. He's there.
I will pat on back for that.
He is there. And the other thing of like, if you want to really convince yourself like this is the best yet to come, the one remarkably consistent Miguel Cabrera in his first full season is just a fully formed product. Like, listen,
he was a man.
33 home runs, 112 RBIs at 21, 33 home runs, 116 RBIs at 22.
And World Series.
He batted 294 at 21. He batted 323 in 2005 at his 22 season. Like, he's just already there. The leap for Junior this year, the home runs were already there. The power was already there. The leap this year is becoming more disciplined, becoming a better all-around hitter. 264 average last year, he's at 293. 311 on base last year, he's at 383. He's just now the full package. So, man, but Miguel Cabrera is a big comp, because that is, you're talking one of the probably 5 to 10 greatest right-handed hitters of all time.
Yeah.
And Junior is a long way away from that, but early returns are really, really solid for Junior Caminero.
Yeah, man, 22. So
that's the thing.
Sky's the limit.
If by year's end he's a 22-year-old MVP leading the best team in the American League on a deep playoff run, you're going to look at that first Bowman card that we just talked about, and you're going to see you're going to feel like you might have gotten that for a good price, or at least maybe a bargain.
Is he under contract? Do you know?
I mean, I don't know. Did they re-up him like similar? Well, I'll tell you right now, going back to, again, he who shall not be named, they're probably a little more shy to do that after how the first time ever that they decided, let's buy out all the arbitration years and tack on a few more years, and it backfired immensely.
Yeah.
Should have been Junior. Clearly, you could say that now. They have not. So he's just under his first few years of team control.
Cool.
We'll see.
Something to be monitoring.
Something to be looking at. Something also to monitor, depending on the contract status of what MLB eventually does. Someone, again, if you're watching this, please let us know in the comments, because as far as I know, MLB has not taken any action on giving the Rays the option to recoup some of that money from the Wander Franco deal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I actually don't know. And I don't think they technically can, due to some of the legal, the legal rulings that have been murky at best. Let's just put it that way. Every time I hear about it, I'm like, I don't kind of understand what this ruling means, but I know he's not going to play baseball again. That much I know. If that happens, then maybe it frees the Rays up a lot to say, great, now we can give Junior Caminero the bag.
Yeah, you give I mean, even just like thinking short term too, like you give the Rays, you alleviate that, like take that off their shoulders, and they're in first place right now in a wide open, not only division, but like league. Dude, they could make some moves and just, CBA, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anyone knows what's going to happen with the CBA. I wonder if some teams will act a little more, I don't know if like reckless is the right word, but out of character.
Yeah.
In hopes that a CBA could like benefit them, or like make their decisions be more worthwhile in the future than otherwise. I don't know. Like, if
No,
that makes
I
sense,
think
but,
I
like,
know. I totally get it, because if you're thinking about a team that maybe is like, well, we have a 2 to 3 year window. Well, no, you really only have like a 1 to 2 year window,
right.
because you might have a full year or at least half a season where you don't have baseball. I think of a team like the Phillies, where that's a lot of big contracts and a lot of aging vets. And I think there is about a 2 to 3 year window, which you now have to cut in half. And they might say, now we have to be extra aggressive. Or the Rays, where they're like, well, Junior is here now. This is the prime moment to make the move. We got to take advantage of a weak league, and we suddenly have maybe the best player in the American League.
Yeah,
Like, we have to take
potentially.
advantage of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, maybe act a little out of character.
Yeah, if Judge is going to play 80 games every other year,
Right.
knock on wood, because like no one wants that to happen.
I don't
but,
want Aaron Judge to be the well, I mean, look, I love Ken Griffey Jr. is one of my all-time favorite players, but late career Ken Griffey Jr., you guys know what I mean. Like, that was what he did. It was like every other year, it would be like, oh, Ken Griffey got 120 games this year. Great. And then, and now he's played 60 games. Or, it's like if he played 110 games, it was like, cool. We got almost a full season of Ken Griffey Jr. I don't want that to happen to Aaron Judge.
Yeah, like Judge can't just be like the DeGrom, like the hitting DeGrom. Like I feel like they have some, like DeGrom was just the best right-handed pitcher, and then just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah,
won his awards, got his size, had blah blah blah. Never won a World Series.
Is like an in-between guy for Hall of Fame because of that.
Yeah, Judge, if his career ended today, people would say he's a Hall of Famer, but I think that 5-year waiting period would do him a disservice.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, it's like not even worth talking about that, because like Judge is not his career's not ending today.
He's got a lot of time left, potentially.
So like, yeah, it's an interesting point. I don't know. Junior could be, why I brought that up, because like Junior could just be the guy in the American League, and who knows, he'd need to get his batting average up, but to get those Miggy Triple Crown comps. But if his OPS is there, then he's pretty much the same player. He's Miggy.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's Miggy. Exactly.
He's Miggy.
No biggie. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. We're watching the future. We're watching the next Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
Play baseball.
And if the Rays want to
in Florida
continue on their Florida Marlins path and go win a World Series, they're going to need their Edgar Renteria.
Yeah.
They're going to need their Josh Beckett.
They're Gary Sheffield.
They're Gary Sheffield.
Whatever. Juan Pierre.
Oh, Juan Pierre.
Shout out Juan
Good
Pierre.
Dodger.
He was a Dodger, wasn't he?
He was a great Dodger.
Big bunt in the World Series.
Yeah.
I got to say, if you're ranking World Series bunts, Juan Pierre's has to be right up there.
That's awesome.
It was a big one.
Juan Pierre mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like the Rays are in a really cool spot, and we're talking card values. Like, imagine like what a even just like a couple playoff wins, or they win a divisional series, what that could do to good old Junior Caminero's card market.
I just think there's tremendous potential here for so much growth. Great player. It just has every factor going for him that if he was doing this, again, it's the oldest story in the book, but it's true. If he was doing this in a big market, this is the story of baseball. Look at this 22-year-old putting the Dodgers on his back. Look at this 22-year-old who just hit 8 home runs in 9 games in Chicago. Like, we were talking about Munetaka Murakami for a while. He was the story of baseball. He's been hurt. There's been kind of a void here of like, who's going to take that mantle of like the next exciting young star? And we're watching it right now, I think, in Tampa Bay.
Yep. That's fair.
Yeah. Speaking of exciting young stars, we'll wrap up with this MLB Futures game rosters. Have you had a chance to look over them a little bit? They were revealed.
Yeah, I saw
yesterday.
Some nice Dodger representation.
There was a good amount of Dodgers on there. There were Jose DePaula and Mike Sirota.
Yeah, Sirota's a big one too. I was listening to some baseball chats last night coming home from the A's game. By the way, A's.
That's right.
Awesome. Sacramento, amazing.
Yeah, you had an experience with the Sacramento Rivercats Stadium, aka the temporary home of the Sacramento Athletics.
Sutter Health Park. Awesome. It's a AAA stadium. It's if you've ever been to spring training, it's like one of the nicer, kind of reminiscent of like a nicer spring training ballpark. The amenities are great, really clean. The food was good. The food was way better than Oakland Coliseum food. Staff super friendly. It was like 80% Dodger fans there, and everyone was super cool. It was great. The field was nice. We were able to get down on the field, and I touched the dirt. I was like, all right, what's this AAA dirt like? It was nice dirt.
It's good dirt.
It was major league dirt, pro dirt.
They got the pro stuff this time.
It was great. I was thinking about it too. Like I would go to a lot of A's games at the Coliseum, and we'd go see like Verlander if he would come into town. Just some of the greats that maybe you never know if it's going to be their last time coming into town. So go see Corey Seager, as he was a Ranger, yada yada. Bobby Witt, of course. So I thought to myself, I would rather in a heartbeat I would drive the extra hour and a half or whatever it is to get to Sacramento and watch a ball game there. And have to tough it out at the Coliseum, not eat. It was tough to eat there. They had the fish and chips, which was all right, but it's like, you can't ruin a hot dog. The A's found a way. The Coliseum found a way. So
I'll say their garlic fries were always pretty consistent.
Yeah.
They were to me, they were a pretty equal footing with, and this might be a controversial take as a Giants fan. I feel like they were pretty equal footing with San Francisco. I mean, you're getting the same garlic. You're getting, it's not like they're going and outsourcing it from a different spot. Like those places are getting the same garlic.
Okay.
Shout out to the good folks in Gilroy.
Yeah. It should be the same.
Should be
the same qual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a great experience. Unfortunately, my Dodgers got their butts whooped, but such is baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ace took it to them last night.
Yeah, Ohtani 0 for 5.
A rare 0 for. I want to say it was the first time he's gone 0 for 5 or hitless 0 for 5 specifically in like a month and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so on the drive home, was listening to some baseball podcasts and chatter, and appreciate everyone that listens to ours here. Talking about how Mike Sirota, bringing it back to the Futures game, he was traded for Gavin Lux.
Yes.
Who is seemingly out of baseball, it seems.
I don't. Reds fans, where you at? Because, I haven't heard the name Gavin Lux in a minute. Oh, he's not on the Reds. He's on the Rays. He's on the Tampa Bay Rays.
He's about to win a World Series.
He's not playing right now. So
he's Junior Caminero's backpack.
Yeah, I believe he is currently, is he in AAA right now? What's happening?
He's just figuring it out.
Oh yeah, playing in he's playing for the Durham Bulls at the moment.
Oh, good history.
74 ABs for the Durham Bulls, batting 189.
That's cool.
It's not happening, and I've definitely got some Gavin Lux cards lying around where I thought he was going to be a big time deal.
Where do you rank Bull Durham in your top 5?
You want to know? Number 1.
Yeah, I have it number 2 behind Sandlot.
I think Bull Durham is as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's like a movie. Pound for pound, it's like a movie.
I love that movie.
Good.
The movie is great. The performances are awesome. Everyone's got incredible chemistry from the 3 leads. Hot. I'll just put it out there. That movie is hot. Sexy baseball movie. It's a great movie.
It's just, it's I saw that as like a young boy, and I was already in love with baseball, but I fell in love with baseball movies.
Yeah.
I just appreciated baseball movies.
It's a movie that when I was younger, I'm like, this is good. Then I watched it older.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this movie rocks.
It's on the network like every other week, which I keep doing at MLB Network. I have it on DVD. I think I have it on like VHS, DVD. Maybe even someone got it for me for Blu-ray or something.
The scene where Kevin Costner goes in the house and like professes everything to her. Like, gosh, gets me every time. So good.
Academy Award.
Rules. It rules. Mike Sirota is in the Futures game. And,
he's like the number 20 prospect in baseball.
I just had to take a look at like last year's Futures game roster of like how many of these guys could we see in the major leagues this season, and just a few from last year that we're already seeing in the majors. I'll just throw, as I see them, I'll throw the names out at you from the 2025 roster. Bryce Matthews of the Astros, Gage Jump of the A's, Trey Savage, that was a pretty big name from last year. JJ Weatherholt, Owen Casey, The list goes on and on. Jonah Tong. There's a lot of Connor Griffin, of course, who became one of the biggest early season names. Kevin McGonigal there as well. So expect to see a few of these guys make that leap pretty quickly. And a few of those guys made the leap in the same exact season, only a few months later. Guys like Trey Savage and all that. It's not there's not like a bunch of surprises on this list if you've been prospecting for a while for 2026. It's all the guys you would expect to be there, I think. Eli Willits is leading the way. Jesus Made is back on there for another year, as well as Luis Pena making his first start or first Futures game. Jose De Paula for the second year as well. So a lot of the guys that we've come to know from Bowman breaks and all that going out to Philadelphia.
It's going to be a good game, too.
It's been getting more and more coverage, I feel like, the last few years of just,
Well, I like how they've been doing it with kind of pitting them against each other. It's good for the summer too, as we have Olympics, as we have World Cup happening right now.
We got a lot of World Cup going on, but still baseball All-Star game is very close. So we will talk probably more about that as we get a little closer. Philadelphia will be the home of it.
America's 250.
That's going to be, again, I think we might have talked about this before. Crazy that the patience of the Phillies to be like, we opened this ballpark in 2003 and to still like circle on the calendar 2026 and go, no. We could have it in 5 years, but what if we did that big one? 250.
Yeah.
What if we waited it out? And they have their very first All-Star game ever at Citizens Bank Park. That's crazy to me. Still,
awesome.
Every time I say it, I still cannot believe it's the first one at that ballpark that has seen a lot of playoff games and a lot of history, and it's cool. It'll be a great moment.
Yep, absolutely.
Home run derby? Don't know. We'll see. I don't like the tinkering, but
yeah, they're trying to make like another Josh Hamilton moment happen or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Before we leave, you have a pick
for the derby?
I'm picking Junior Caminero. By the way,
did we get anybody else in the derby so far?
I don't think so, but you can get an idea, right?
It's a bummer that Murakami is not gonna be in it, because man, we were talking about it like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool? Yeah, Junior's the only one. You got to imagine Schwarber's gonna do it.
Yeah,
you got to imagine
it's his to lose.
It's his to lose. Love to see Jordan in there. Don't know if he'll do it. Looking at this list, you know what? Was James Wood in it last year?
No.
He might be a guy. He might be a pick.
Maybe he was, and I don't think he was.
I'll throw it out there. You know what I'd love to see in there? I don't know if he'll make the All-Star team. Colson Montgomery, I think, would have a day.
That'd be cool.
Run derby. I think he'd do well.
I like to see Bryce Harper in there, too. Another Philly.
Bryce would be cool to see, just do it for the hometown team. Former
champ.
I'm going to say they put Schwarber in there. I don't think Schwarber wins. That just feels like the easy pick.
Dude, he's going to finish with a lot of home runs.
Yeah. I mean, he'll be in the final.
He's kind of having a quiet year. Not quiet,
30 bombs.
A loud year, but he's not getting talked about.
30 bombs. We talked about it last year, I think, with his card value of he's just never going to reach a certain point because he is who he is. He's one-dimensional. But he does what he does really, really well, that he's going to get to 500 home runs. He's going to be kind of like a rich man's Adam Dunn. That's what his career is going to end up at, where you're like, over 500 home runs, maybe even more than that, because he's a DH. He might have more longevity.
Yeah.
He's going to, those career stats for him are going to look really, really nice at the end of his career. And he's the kind of guy that his market will be fine to good forever for baseball card collectors. And I bet you he's in Topps products basically for the rest of time. As oh, cool, Kyle Schwarber auto, as the same way that you're like, oh, cool, a Robin Yount auto or a Paul Molitor auto. These are cool, objectively.
I mean, if he gets in the Hall of Fame, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Who's the Chili Davis, of today's game? Who's that going to be?
I don't know. Who's always in products, but
you're
if you watched him,
had a 4-year peak.
Yeah. Ooh, who is that right now? Oh, you know who it is? Although a little more accolades.
Is it Matt Chapman?
No, I was going to say Chris Bryant, but more accolades for Chris.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's not, breaks my heart. It's not happening.
No,
It's over.
it's over. And it's not even like bad news for Chris. Like I think Chris like probably would just be like, yeah, it could be cool. He got his big deal.
He got paid.
He's got bad feet and a bad back or something like that.
Never has to pay for a meal in Chicago. He's a legend in Chicago
He's
forever.
a legend.
Could be worse.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year,
MVP.
So maybe that might be, again,
Champ.
Chili Davis had a great career, but, Chris Bryant, like, broke a curse and won an MVP in the same year.
Let us know down below in the comments
The Chili Davis of 2026 baseball.
And you know what we mean by like that has signed in every decade since he started playing baseball, essentially, since autographs were a thing in products. Like, who is that guy?
I want to know too. And is Kyle Schwarber also going to be that guy who? Yeah, I said, by the way, I think I said Robin Molitor. Like, it's gonna be like Jim Thome. It's like, oh, Jim Thome, cool. Jim Thome auto, great.
Yeah, but like
Tell me a little
another
better,
Hall of Famer though. Like,
he's a Hall of Famer.
I'm okay.
Again, this is me saying I think Kyle Schwarber is eventually going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Fair.
I think he's on that pace at this
Fair.
point.
If
like,
okay, then
where's he
yes,
at? 370 home runs
then
right
he's
now.
totally robbing you out. Paul Molitor, Jim Thome.
He's 33. He's hitting 30 this year. He's getting to 500. Easy. He's clearing 500. I'm calling it. He's clearing 500 easy.
Yeah, if he wins a World Series,
Yeah.
is he like Frank Thomas?
No. Frank was an all-around hitter. Nobody could touch him. That's why I say even Thome is like, Thome was like a great all-around hitter too. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking card market wise.
You're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be off by like $50 to $100 there, but maybe less.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments.
Schwarber's got to be a Hall of Famer first before he
needs
even comes close to like Molitor or Yount, I think.
Yeah, 100%. If Harold Baines is in, Kyle Schwarber's in. I'll throw that out there.
Harold Baines.
Shout out. Let us know in the comments of what you think. And, of course, where do you stand on Junior Caminero? Let us know on that as well. Is he the next great MLB superstar? I'm all in. So I think we're all in after this conversation. It was very convincing just looking at everything laid out. So let us know.
Producing. I'm in 4th place. I want to win my league.
There you go. Help Bubba win fantasy baseball.
Skull.
Topps Finest Baseball is out next week. We'll be ripping it across all platforms. Check out those amazing looking RPAs. We're in love with them. They look really cool. Check out the mock-ups if you haven't seen them. I think we'll throw them on the episode, but check them out again. We're ripping it at Mojobreak.com. Fanatics Live, of course. That's where you can find Bubba ripping that as well. Whatnot, eBay Live. We're live there all the time. Ripping hockey, ripping TCG. Check us out there. And, of course, check out Mojobreak Media. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe where you listen to podcasts. Until next time, for Bubba, I'm Cody. We'll see you on Waxbacks and Morning Tree.
See you.